Hey there, fearless souls. Have you ever wondered about the craziest, most bizarre ways to kick the bucket? Well, buckle up because today, we're diving headfirst into the world of the worst ways to die. From the downright absurd to the spine-chillingly bizarre, we're here to uncover the stories that'll make your jaw drop and your heart race. But fair warning, what you're about to hear might just haunt your dreams. So grab your popcorn, hold onto your seats, and let's explore the darkest corners of mortality together. But remember, viewer discretion definitely advised. In August of 2021, Salman, a 25-year-old man, and his partner, chronic drug users addicted to sniffing epoxy glue, were enjoying time together at the Amba Hotel in Ahmedabad, a city in India's western state. They frequently indulged in glue, sniffing for a quick high. During a moment of intimacy, realizing they lacked contraception, Salman had the misguided idea to use epoxy glue on his penis as a form of makeshift birth control. Tragically, the next morning, Salman was found unconscious outside the hotel, and despite efforts by doctors, he succumbed to multiple organ failure, likely due to his bladder exploding from being unable to urinate. Indian officials issued a warning against using superglue as a contraceptive. This narrative harks back to 1998 at Harvest Stein Bakery in Walsall, where David Myers, a 47-year-old maintenance worker, faced a fatal accident. Assigned to fix a malfunctioning bread oven, David, alongside two engineers, entered the oven prematurely due to pressure from management to minimize downtime. The decision proved fatal as the oven, still scorching hot, trapped them inside. Despite desperate attempts to reverse the conveyor belt, they endured agonizing burns and ultimately, David's colleague perished on the factory floor, while David himself required rescue by the fire service. Subsequent investigations revealed gross negligence on the company's part, prioritizing productivity over safety, leading to a tragic loss and legal battles for accountability. The company and three of its directors acknowledged their involvement in the tragedy, with each admitting guilt to two charges of failing to ensure a safe work environment. Harbour Stein Limited and its parent company faced a fine of £600,000 or $750,000, while the managing director on duty was fined £20,000. Despite Harvest Time Bakery's efforts to enhance safety protocols, profits plummeted to unprecedented lows. Ultimately, in 2005, they shuttered operations permanently, resulting in the loss of employment for 400 individuals. On January 30, 2016, two maintenance workers responded to a call at an apartment building in Xi'an, China, tasked with repairing a broken elevator. As they arrived at the building, they proceeded to the elevator, which was stuck between the 10th and 11th floors. Upon inspection from above, they noticed the broken cable mechanism and realized the extent of the repair required. Given that Chinese New Year was approaching and they, like many others, were eager to return to their hometowns for celebrations, they decided to postpone the repair. Before departing, they shouted to check if anyone was inside the elevator, receiving no response. They then shut off the elevator's power and left, planning to return later. 36 days later, on March 7th, they returned to the apartment to address the cable issue, with one worker remaining on the 10th floor, while the other climbed on top to commence repairs. After the elevator was repaired, the workers lowered it to the 10th floor and radioed for the power to be restored. As the doors swung open, a horrifying sight awaited them: the decomposing body of a 43-year-old woman named a resident of the apartments, who had passed away weeks earlier. Upon closer examination, it became evident that she had desperately tried to pry the doors open, leaving behind hundreds of scratch marks. It was a tragic scene, imagining the ordeal she must have endured alone in the dark, cold, and silence of the elevator shaft. Questions arose as to why her family hadn't reported her missing sooner, attributing it to her mental disability and assuming she had merely gotten lost. While they did report her missing, they made no effort to search for her. Other questions lingered. Why hadn't she pressed the emergency alarm when the power was on? And if it was functional, why didn't she use it? Furthermore, why hadn't she attempted to reach the main elevator shaft? The absence of her mobile phone and failure to discover the unlocked safety hatch added to the mystery. Speculation arose that perhaps the two maintenance workers should have checked for occupants before closing the elevator doors. Residents were outraged at the building management's negligence, as it often took weeks for them to address concerns. Blaming them for the resident's death, protests ensued, prompting local officials to take action. Police treated the case as negligent homicide, leading to the arrest of the pair, who will reportedly face charges of involuntary manslaughter. So next time you encounter an elevator, perhaps consider taking the stairs for safety. There's this story about a 24-year-old guy named Zafer in Turkey who got community service for hurting someone. He tried it out, but decided he didn't want to do it anymore. So, he and his two friends came up with a plan to avoid it. They thought if Zafer was in the hospital, he wouldn't have to go. So, they decided to shoot him in the back with pillows strapped to him using a shotgun from close up. It's known that shotguns up close can hurt badly because of the pellets. Without thinking, Zafer and his friends put the pillows on him and shot. They checked to see if he was okay, but he was bleeding a lot and barely awake. They rushed him to the hospital, but he was declared dead when they got there. The hospital called the police, who arrested both friends. They told the police they thought the pillows would stop the bullets, which sounds really weird. One guy got let go, but the 18-year-old who shot Zafer got sentenced. I'm not sure for how long, though. Thank you for tuning in to today's eye-opening video on the most shocking and tragic ways people have met their end. From bizarre accidents to unbelievable misjudgments, it's clear that sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Remember, while these stories may be morbidly fascinating, they also serve as powerful reminders to cherish life and make safety a priority. If you found this video intriguing, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more captivating content. And as always, stay safe out there, because you never know what twist fate might have in store. Until next time, take care and stay curious.